Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube exclusively on there forever. And we're going to talk about how the Miami Heat beat the Sixers. Yes, Embiid. Yes, Paul George. Yes, Maxey. All was available. And he got it done. 119 to 109. They won by 10. Miami get their 40th win of the season. They're 40 and 36, 24 and 14 at home. They was at home in this game. The Sixers go to 41 and 34 and 20 and 17 on the road. It's good to see Maxey back. It's good to see Embiid back after the injuries they've been battling. Miami did win the season series 2-1. They played Philly 3 times a year. This was the third time in the season, and it will be the final time unless they see each other in the playoffs, which doesn't seem like they will. But you never know. Based off of the last couple games, it can change. And then if not, then it'll be next season. Miami did win the first quarter 38-34. They lost the second quarter 27-20. They won the third quarter 33-26, and they won the fourth quarter 28-22. We can talk about Philly first. Paul George, 35 minutes. He had 19 points. He went 7 of 18 from the field, 4 of 11 from three, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. That's the type of game he's going to have. Obviously, he's going to rely on a jump shot. He's going to try to attack from time to time off the dribble, not as much as he used to. But if his jump shot is falling, he's still going to be a tough cover because he's just so tall and so long that he can basically get any shot that he wants, and that's how he has made a career out of his shooting, and his pull-up ability and his driving sometimes comes with that too, depending on how you guard him. But he did have 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, and a steal. He had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and was a minus 22 and plus minus. Dominic Barlow, 20 minutes. That's not a lot, but he got 4 points and made every single shot that he took. Went 2 of 2 from the field. He had 4 rebounds, no turnovers, and a block. 1 personal foul and was a minus 12 and plus minus. So, he wasn't out there for long, but when he was productive. Joel Embiid had the jump shot going, but you wish he would have made a little bit more of them. He went 10 of 25 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. He usually gets to the free throw line a lot more than 5 times, but they did a good job of allowing him to take the shots that they'll live with. And since he was making them sometimes, missing them sometimes, you got to say that was a good idea. He did have 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and a block. He had 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, and was a minus 18 and plus minus. Tyrese Maxey, he also was more on the perimeter than you probably would like, but he went 2 of 9 from 3. All his threes was tough. Even the open ones that he took and made, they was pretty far behind that line, and then he still went 7 to 7 from the free throw line, which makes sense because obviously you want to be able to attack if you can off the dribble. He's one of the fastest and quickest guys in the league. He also had 9 assists because he got rid of the ball earlier when the defense collapsed, or he's seen somebody already in a good position to be able to possibly score. He did have 2 turnovers and 2 blocks. The blocks was the most on the team. You wouldn't expect it coming from Maxey, but it happened. And then he had 5 personal fouls for gambling and stuff like that. It can hurt you, especially because it's part of being undisciplined. If you're an undisciplined defender, you can definitely get in foul trouble. He was a +1 and plus minus. And VJ Edgecombe, 30 minutes, 13 points. He went 5 of 8 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Finished real well around the basket. He was able to hit a jump shot. And then he had 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. He's a team player. If he doesn't have a quality look, he'll give up the ball to find somebody else. And then it's up to them to decide what they're going to do with it, obviously. And then 4 personal fouls and was a minus 33 and plus minus. Justin Edwards, he played 1 minute. He didn't do anything but finish as a +3 and plus minus. Bona played 14 minutes. He ended up getting 2 points because he went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. But he also did miss his only field goal. He had 3 boards, no turnovers, and a block. 1 offense rebound, 4 personal fouls, and was a +10 and plus minus. Kelly Oubre Jr. did not start because of Paul George and Barlow, but he played 31 minutes still and had 11 points and went 5 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. And then he finished with a double-double because he had 11 boards. And he coming off the bench, with still getting 3 assists, 4 offensive boards. He did have a turnover and a personal foul, and he did finish as a +9 and plus minus. And then Quentin Grimes played 32 minutes, ended up being the most off the bench. He had 11 points. He went 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So it was good to see him score efficiently and take good looks throughout the entire game. Good shot selection from him. He had 5 boards, 4 assists on top of that, which is good, showing that he was able to help them in other areas. And then he had 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, and was a +12 and plus minus. And you look at the Heat, things went their way. And they kept playing hard. They kept playing good defense. They kept getting good, valuable possession, especially when it mattered the most. You just probably would just like them to shoot the 3 ball better, but it wasn't really needed to be able to beat the Sixers today. Andrew Wiggins, 36 minutes, 14 points. He went 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. He missed his only free throw. He had 8 boards, something that he had to do against a team like the Sixers. He also had 2 turnovers, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. They kept coming at him, so he said, I'm going to try to do the best I can to make it tough, to make it difficult, even if I got to put my hand in there or put my hand up. And it worked out for him, even for the stats. He had 2 offensive boards, 1 personal foul, was a +5 and plus minus. Bam Adebayo, 42 minutes. He was able to attack the glass, attack the rim, and he was really physical, looking to get contact. And then he went 12 of 13 from the free throw line. That's really good. That's a lot of free throws. He also went 1 of 4 from 3 and 5 of 11 from the field. He had 16 boards, so he had a double-double. 6 assists. He's a team player. He's going to always be setting screens. If he's not doing that, he's going to be trying to find whoever's open or find a way to get them the ball. He also had 2 turnovers and a steal, 4 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a +27 and plus minus. Davion Mitchell, 30 minutes, 9 points. 9 points, ended up being the only guy that didn't score in double figures for the Heat was Davion Mitchell with those 9 points. He went 4 of 9 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -2 and plus minus. It wasn't a bad game for him. He ran the offense. He attacked when he could. Of course, it would have been nice if he would have made a couple more threes. But their offense was humming a little bit in this one, so there wasn't really a necessity in this one. Tyler Hero did a fantastic job of attacking and hitting shots from the perimeter. He had 30. That was game high for the Heat. He ended up going 12 of 24 from the field, 3 of 10 from 3, and 3 of 5 from the free throw line. We were a little rusty. He can, have a better game. Need to get some of that dust off his eyes and some of that dust off his handles and his shot selection, and he'll be fine. He had 4 boards, 3 assists, 3 turnovers, and a steal, and 2 blocks. He had 2 personal fouls and was a +18 and plus minus. Pelly Larson played 36 minutes and had 20 points. He went 8 of 13 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, and had 10 boards. So he finished with a double-double. He was always good at knowing how to attack the defense when they were trying to close out or trying to stop somebody else, and that's what he's on the court, to be a support player. He did a good job of that. 3 assists, no turnovers, and a steal. 4 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a +18 and plus minus. Fontecchio played 5 minutes. 6 minutes. He ended up getting 3 points. He made a 3 and missed 2. So he finished 1 of 3 from the field since his only attempts was threes. He had 3 rebounds, no turnovers, no personal foul, was a -8 and plus minus. And then Jaime Jaquez Jr. was really good hitting threes. They gave him space. He said, I take it. And he was actually able to score near the basket, too. He went 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, got 6 boards and 5 assists. The 6 boards was tied for the most off the bench with Khalil Ware. And then he had the most assists off the bench was 5. He kept his head up, got where he wanted to on the court, and if he didn't have the shot that was there, he said, I just give it up to somebody that's open or have a good look and see what they do with it. No turnovers, 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, and a +11 and plus minus. Khalil Ware, 13 minutes, 5 points. He went 2 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 6 boards, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and was a -14 and plus minus. And then Drew Smith played 3 minutes. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line, so he finished with 1 point, no turnovers, 1 personal foul, and was a -5 and plus minus. And the Heat 46% from the field. The Sixers 42% from the field, 28% from three for the Heat, 32% for the Sixers, and then 29 free throw attempts for the Heat. They made 76% of them, while the Sixers took 19, which is 10 less, but they made 89% of theirs. The Heat had 57 rebounds compared to the 42 of the Sixers. That was a big reason why they lost this one. 24 assists for the Heat, 26 for the Sixers, and then 11 turnovers for the Heat, 9 for the Sixers. 6 steals helped the Heat stay ahead, while the Sixers only had 3, but the Sixers did have 5 blocks, while the Heat had 4. 16 offensive rebounds for the Heat, 9 for the Sixers. 41 defensive rebounds for the Heat, 33 for the Sixers, and then 14 personal fouls for the Heat, 22 for the Sixers. And it was a close game. It was a very, very interesting game. The Heat, was able to make better shots. They was able to keep it going since they had the lead. They were just about can they continue to put their foot on the gas, and they was able to do that. And then the free throws was really helpful, attacking, not settling. And even if they did, they still had good looks. Then it was just could they make the shots from the perimeter? Can they move the ball and find the right guy? They was able to do that enough and better than the Sixers. And those things added up enough to give them a lead, and it gave them a chance to be able to win the game, and they did. And the Sixers, they were taking some tough shots. They was, settling a little bit more, and they relied a lot on late shot clock situations, which puts more pressure and makes things more difficult than they have to be. But that's how they ended up getting it. That's how they ended up going about their business, and it just wasn't a good, efficient way to win a basketball game against a okay to quality opponent. And the Heat really wanted to win this game. You can tell how they was playing. You can tell how they was trying to go about things. And it's mainly because they don't want to be a play-in team, which makes sense. So that's why they had to play this one more serious. That's why they wanted this one more than the Sixers. And they played well enough and good enough to get it done. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share. Hit the notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.